Alright guys, it's Wednesday, the week's going pretty fast. I just want to take a second here to, thankfully say thank you so much for everyone that have been to my webinar yesterday. It was very nice. It had a lot of interaction, the way I like, the way that we can exchange knowledge. It was like 1 hour and a half, I think 1 hour and 20 minutes or something around that. So it was really good. Hopefully we can have a very nice one next week as well. If you haven't participated, next week we're going to have another one on Tuesday 6 to 7. But once we get there, I'll let you guys know, and then I ask David to post it up the link here. Okay, so I've discussed about the Fed yesterday on the webinar. If you haven't been to the webinar, then you can go to ACY Securities YouTube channel in a few hours, and then you can have a look at the video that we're going to be posting there. That's going to be the webinar, the recorded webinar from yesterday, last night. And today I want to talk about, there's a few big news coming up today. The first one will be the CPI from UK, the year-over-year from September last year to September this year CPI. The previous was at 6.7% and the consensus is at 6.5%. So everyone is expecting around 6.5%. What I'm expecting around 6.3%, 6.2%. Okay. What's the big take about the UK CPI is that what I've been noticing is that the CPI, a weaker CPI than expected, has a 10 times further increase in volatility than any news positive for any other news positive for UK. So that means that UK is reacting much more towards negative news than towards positive news. That means that we can take advantage to those negative news and trade short GBP, against stronger currencies. For instance, let's say NZD is stronger than pound at the moment, as well as the cable, the GBP against USD. My targets I've mentioned already, so just go to our channel here. You can search it up on the videos we've posted yesterday. I've mentioned my targets on GBP USD. So that's my take for tonight. It's going to be afternoon. It's going to be 5 o'clock on Sydney time. We're going to have the CPI for UK. And then afterwards at 8 o'clock, we're going to have the CPI from Europe. So two big news tonight. We're expecting the year-over-year from September last year to September this year for Europe to be at 4.3%. The previous was at 5.2%. So we are expecting a decline over 0.9% from year to year. That's the consensus pretty much. In my expectations, I guess it will come as expected or a bit below that number. I don't see inflation rising anymore on Europe, especially on UK when we have the consumer spending lower than expected. This shows us that the economy is cooling down and people are not spending. The credit as well for householders have been reduced, so people has less money and then they have to start saving money and not spending money. So all of that makes me thinking that we're going to have a weaker than expected or same as expected on Europe and weaker on pound. So I still bearish on euro dollar. Again, to trade euro CPI, I would definitely short euro dollar in my portfolio. That's my trade, my personal strategy. You have yours. Take this as just a bit more on your final analysis. But that's all from me today, guys. Very important news as well for US. I forgot to mention that. That's the building permitters. So just keep an eye on this one. But pretty much those two at 5 from UK and then 8 for Europe is the most important news for tonight. Okay, and we'll decide how the Fed, the Bank of England and the Bank of Europe will do the rates next week and next month. Alright, so please give us a thumbs up on this video, share this video with your friend, maybe he or she likes to trade you know, Euro and pound, and wants to have a bit more of, you know, understanding on what's happening over there, that will definitely help them out. Again, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and I see you in the next video.